helping you find your happiness. One lie you should stop telling yourself: failure is bad. Today, we're looking at a topic that might just help you find a bit more happiness in your life. We're going to talk about one big lie you should stop telling yourself: that failure is bad. Now, I know what you're thinking. Of course, failure is bad. It means I didn't succeed. But stick with me here, because we're about to challenge that notion and explore why failure might actually be one of the best things that can happen to you. Let's start by acknowledging that failure doesn't feel good. It can be disappointing, frustrating, and sometimes even embarrassing. But here's the thing: those feelings are temporary, and what comes after can be incredibly valuable. Think about it. Every time you fail, you learn something new. You gain experience, knowledge, and insight that you didn't have before. It's like a secret level in a video game that unlocks only when you make a mistake. But don't just take my word for it. There's actually some fascinating research on this topic. A study published in the Journal of Experimental Psychology found that people who experienced some failures during their learning process actually performed better in the long run than those who had only successes. Now, you might be wondering, but how does this help me in real life? Well, hold that thought, because in just a moment, we're going to discover some practical ways you can start reframing your view of failure and use it to your advantage. So, let's talk about how we can start shifting our perspective on failure. First, it's important to understand that failure is not the opposite of success. It's actually a crucial part of the success process. Think of some of the most successful people you know or admire. I can almost guarantee that they've experienced significant failures along the way. Take Thomas Edison, for example. When working on the light bulb, he famously said, "I have not failed. I have just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Each failure was actually a step closer to his eventual success. Or consider J.K. Rowling, who was rejected multiple times before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon. Those rejections weren't failures. They were stepping stones to her ultimate success. But it's not just about famous inventors or authors. This applies to everyday life too. Maybe you've applied for a job and didn't get it. That's not a failure. It's an opportunity to refine your resume, improve your interview skills, or even reassess your career goals. Or perhaps you've tried to learn a new skill and struggled. That struggle isn't failure. It's your brain forming new neural pathways and getting stronger. In fact, neuroscience research has shown that making mistakes actually helps our brains grow and adapt more quickly. So, how do we go about embracing failure instead of fearing it? Here are a few strategies. First, reframe your language. Instead of saying "I failed," try "I learned." This simple shift can have a profound impact on how you perceive setbacks. Second, set learning goals instead of performance goals. For example, instead of aiming to win a race, aim to improve your personal best time. This way, even if you don't come first, you can still achieve your goal and feel successful. Third, practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself when things don't go as planned. Everyone faces setbacks. It's a normal part of life and growth. Fourth, celebrate your efforts, not just your outcomes. Recognize the courage it takes to try something new or challenging, regardless of the result. Lastly, keep a failure resume. This might sound strange, but documenting your failures and what you learned from them can be incredibly empowering. It helps you see your growth over time and appreciate the valuable lessons you've gained. Remember, failure isn't the end of the road. It's often just the beginning of a new, better path. By embracing failure as a learning opportunity, you open yourself up to growth, resilience, and ultimately, greater success. So, the next time you face a setback, take a deep breath and ask yourself, what lessons can I learn from this? You might be surprised at how much you gain from what initially felt like a loss. I hope this has given you a new perspective on failure and how it can actually be a powerful tool in your journey towards happiness and success. Remember, it's not about avoiding failure, it's about learning from it and using it to actually propel yourself forward with even more determination. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, share it with your friends so we can bring you more ideas for more videos like this to help elevate your happiness. Hit the subscribe button and click on the notification bell so you get notified of our next post. Thanks for watching.